You think you know Steven Spielberg? Well, here's 10 things you may not have known about one of the greatest American directors of all time. Steven Spielberg started experimenting with film at a very early age. He made several 8mm adventure films, his first being a train wreck using his toy Lionel trains. Despite its netting him his first Academy Award for Best Director and an Academy Award for Best Picture, Spielberg refused to accept any payment for his work on Schindler's List. He expressed that any payment will be, quote, blood money, considering the movie is about the Holocaust. Similarly, Spielberg declined the permission to shoot the film in the Auschwitz concentration camp out of respect for the victims. Steven Spielberg is a godfather to both Drew Barrymore and Gwyneth Paltrow. After Barrymore posed nude for Playboy, he sent her a quilt with a cheeky note that stated, quote, cover yourself up. The Cocker Spaniel that appears in the Sugarland Express, 1941, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and Jaws is actually Elmer, Spielberg's own dog. Before being accepted into California State University, Long Beach, Spielberg applied to the University of Southern California's film school, but was declined due to his C grade average. Steven Spielberg doesn't drink coffee. The smell is a deterrent to him. Quote, I've never had a cup of coffee in my life, but I've had at least a dozen cups of mint tea a day. For his whole life, Steven Spielberg struggled with dyslexia, but was not diagnosed until he was 60 years old. As a child, he was bullied for it relentlessly. Spielberg created a World War II story that eventually became the first entry in the Medal of Honor video game series. He was apparently inspired by the experience his son had playing GoldenEye, as well as his personal interest in World War II. In 2015, President Obama awarded 17 Americans with the Medal of Freedom, among them Steven Spielberg. The president lightheartedly had this to say about the director. Quote, despite redefining the word prolific, a Spielberg movie is still a Spielberg movie. Somebody's calling to see if they can book him for a deal right now. And here's a bonus one. Steven Spielberg invented the PG-13 movie rating. Parents took issue with the subject matter of both Gremlins and Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. I rate that both films were only rated PG. Spielberg became the subject of their ire as he was producer for Gremlins and the director of Temple of Doom. In response, Spielberg suggested the PG-13 rating. He stated, quote, I created the problem, and I also supplied the solution. That's it for this episode of You Think You Know Movies. Make sure to subscribe, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and get the latest movie and TV news on ScreenCrush.com.